Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to our Open AA. We have this every Friday. If y'all wanted to attend us, feel free to come out to Hopper House, or y'all can just join us online. Either way, we would love to have you with us. Always remember to like, subscribe, and tune in every every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday morning. We will be having our Bible studies Wednesday, our open AA Friday, and Sunday morning we do have our church. Other than that, I got a few announcements for our events that are coming up. September 20th is going to be the Color Run by ADAC, and we'll be having that here in San Angelo. September 21st is the Recovery in the Park, and that's on the Sunday following the Recovery Run. So if you want to come out for that, that's going to be in Odessa. And then that'll be it for September. In October, we have the Jesus Fest on October 4th by North Faith Ministries here in San Angelo, where we will have some mini games for the kiddos, for them to earn some candy, come out. We'll have a booth set up out there. And then October 18th is going to be our Fearless Fest. And we're still having it up in the air whether we're going to do the pumpkin carving contest that day or if we're going to have it the day before, the day after. But I will keep you posted as soon as we figure that out. And then the only other thing that we have planned on our calendar right now is going to be our baptism, which is going to be on November 2nd. So if y'all want to reintegrate y'all's love for Christ, come on out to the Hopper House. We can get you baptized. Or if there's someone that you know here that is going to be baptized, feel free to come out and join them in some prayers and celebrate their reintegration with Christ as well. Other than that, that's about all I have for our announcements, and it sounds like they are actually getting started right now. So I'll go ahead and switch the cameras over, and we can start our Friday night Open AA. Feel free to chat with me. I will be in the chat. So if you want to share your story, I would love to hear it, and we will be responding to anything that you post in there. So thank you. God bless. Enjoy the Open AA.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Let's start with a moment of silence, followed by the serenity prayer. God, grant us the serenity to accept things I cannot change, courage to change things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Are there any newcomers or anybody that hasn't been recognized yet, just so we can get to know you?
There's a couple guys that said on Nova.
What's up, Nova?
What's up, bro? Yeah, August 19th, 2025, 7 days on your day.
Right on, glad you're here.
Anybody else need a book?
All right, any other newcomers?
Sponsor. Show you that right now.
Okay, announcements.
So, go.
Now, they say there's no joking about this one. So, is there anyone opposed to vaping? We don't know. Who we see here and what you hear here, let it stay here.
Yeah.
Who you hear here, what you hear here, let it stay here.
Here.
Please keep profanity to a minimum for our spiritual principles. Donation basket. John's going to pass it around. To keep up with our 7 traditions, contributions will cover rent, utilities, and coffee. This is the AA preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. I got someone to read how it works.
My name is Craig and I am an alcoholic.
Okay.
6/18/25, which I'm truly grateful. How it works. Rarely have we seen a person who has totally followed our path. Those who do not recover or people who cannot or will not completely get themselves to a simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally capable of being honest with themselves. They are such unfortunate. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born this way. They are naturally capable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer with grave emotional and mental disorder, but many do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. A story to close in a general way. What we used to be like, what happened, and what are we like now? If you decided what you want and what we're willing to, what you want, what we have, and willing to go to any length to get it, and you're ready to take certain steps. As some of these we bought. We thought we could find it easier and softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we begged you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember, we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there's one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Have measures to build us nothing. We stood at the turning point when we asked his protection and care with complete abundance. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1. Be a mineral palace over alcohol that our life become our manager. 2. Came to believe that our power greater than ourselves will restore us to sanity. 3. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to carry God as we understood. 4. Made a searching and moral inventory of ourselves. 5. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact natures of our wrongs. 6. We are entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7. Humbly asking to remove our shortcomings. 8. Made a list of all persons we have harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9. Made a direct amends to such people whatever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10. Continue to take personal inventory and when we are wrong, properly admitted it. 11. Softly prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, thankful under knowledge of His will and with higher care of that. 12. Having a spiritual awakening and exhausting these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics who practice these principles in all our affairs. Many of us stand, what in order, I can't go through with it. Do not be discouraged. No one among us have been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we are willing to go along spiritual lines. The principle we have set out are guidelines to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. Our description of alcoholics, the chapter to the agnostics, and our personal adventures before and after make three permanent ideas. A, that we were alcoholics and we cannot manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could relieve our alcoholism. And C, God created people with salt. Thank you.
Tradition.
Good one on that. All right, 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. 1. Our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends upon AA unity. 2. For our group purpose, there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as He may express Himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants, they do not govern. 3. The only requirement for AA membership is a desire to stop drinking. 4. Each group should be autonomous, except in matters affecting other groups or AA as a whole. 5. Each group has the one primary purpose to carry its message to the alcoholic who still suffers. 6. An AA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the AA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest problems of money, property, and prestige divert us from our primary purpose. 7. Every AA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. 8. Alcoholics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. 9. AA as such, ought never be organized, but we may create service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. 10. Alcoholics Anonymous has no opinion on outside issues, hence the AA name ought never be drawn into public controversy. 11. Our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. 12. Anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personality.
Thank you, Noble.
Trying to figure out what you're painting, what should BJ say?
Christmas story.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Whoa. Does anybody have a topic? Does anybody have a burning desire?
Page from 62 is pretty good.
62.
Yeah, second paragraph.
Page 62.
Okay, here we go. That's good.
Hold on, let's get it in.
Take Craig.
Selfishness?
Yep.
I have my book, but I was giving you that time.
You want to read it, Chris?
Yeah, selfishness, self-centeredness, that we think is the root of our troubles. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity. We step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Sometimes they hurt us, seemingly without provocation, but we are invariably find that at some time in the past, we have made decisions based on self, which later place us in position to be hurt. Let me read that again. Yeah. Okay. Here we got one podium. That I'm blind.
You want this book?
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, there we go. Now I can see it. Chris, I'm an addict. All right, I'm an alcoholic. Selfishness, self-centeredness. That we think is the root of our troubles. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Sometimes they hurt us, seemingly without provocation, but we are invariably find that at some time in the past we have made decisions based on self, which later placed us in a position to be hurt. Okay, so I guess all of us are pretty much selfish in our disease. It's always me, and what can I get out of you, and ultimately it all ends up the same way. This was kind of complicated. Oh, and okay, so driven by forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate. Somebody explain that to me. Explain it to me. Yes, wake up. I want somebody to explain it to me. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-seeking, and self-pity, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate.
Yeah, I can help. Yeah.
I can have it, JP.
Yeah, man. Okay, so if we're driven by selfishness, right? If anybody's come to like Monday's meeting with John, he talks about the chemical imbalance sort of that most addicts have. That the world kind of revolves around us. That's when we have a lot of problems integrating society. And we don't realize by stepping on the toes of someone else because we're feeling fear, or we're feeling angry, or we're feeling messed up. we get surprised sometimes when people don't stand for that. If we're gonna ultimately be selfish, right? We could inadvertently hurt someone close to us, and we don't even realize it until it gets brought up. And then we're surprised, and that's when we start to have resentment for somebody else. Because we don't realize that we're creating our own mistakes.
So how they retaliate?
They retaliate by not being like this to you, or not being as good of a person as you would like for them to be to you. You know, or they retaliate if they get pissed enough by punching you in the face.
See, this is what I thought about it. Like I'm out there robbing, and then somebody comes and robs me, and I'm upset that somebody robbed me. But yeah, I've been out there robbing all day. Somebody just did it to me, and I'm
Like you
upset.
get mad because your shit got stolen, but in reality, you went and stole a whole bunch of stuff from somebody else.
Yeah. That's how I can kind of relate.
Okay.
To selfishness.
Are you the guy who picked it?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
So my name is Greg, and I'm an alcoholic. What it's telling me is that self-centeredness, I only think about myself. It's me. I blame everybody else for my drug use. By them retaliating on me, saying, hey, I'm going to stay in the distance from you. I think that you need to change. I can't accept, and I wasn't accepting when I was an alcoholic about their criticism. I didn't like their criticism, so I drank more. I stayed in my addiction, and I didn't want help from anybody else. I wanted the fellowship. I wanted the AA program. I wanted those things when I was sober. When I was sober and clean-minded, I had that self-conscious fear for me because God had taken that away from me. But when I went back out to use, it was the whole world that was against me. And I felt that way. I felt entitled to be self-centered. I felt entitled to be that stranger or to be that troublemaker in my life. I wanted those things because those were right to me. Those things were right to me. You can't tell me no right and there is no wrong. It's my way or the highway. So I couldn't accept anybody else's criticism until I had to come into these rooms. Because these are the places that we are holding accountable.
So that goes with so that goes with above everything else. We alcoholics must get rid of this selfishness.
Yes.
We must, or it kills us. God makes that possible. And there often seems no way entirely of getting rid of self without his aid. Oh man, I went off on the third paragraph on that one. You just went off on the third paragraph. Did you read this or something today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I read that one.
Okay, because you got me to the third one, then that's exactly what that one went. Okay. Okay, so sometimes they hurt us and without provocation. What is provocation?
Provoking.
Oh, provoking them? Okay.
What you're doing.
But you're not provoking them. I'm just letting everybody think for a second. But we invariably find, that's a hard word, invariably find that at some time in the past, we have made decisions based on self, which later placed us in a position to be hurt. Like what? Jail? Prison?
Any bad thing that ever happened to you.
Karma. You go steal from me, and I'm gonna go steal from you, and then all of a sudden we ain't got nothing left. Okay. Sorry, I just took over, man. My bad. Okay. That's it. Okay. All right. We got 45 minutes. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. We're live, aren't we?
Yes,
Oh, my God.
Keep that in mind.
Oh, God.
Now he's there.
No Cowboys. Okay. Is my hair okay? Okay. Mr. Flip wrap?
Is there anybody else who wants to share? Or you still want to keep going?
No, I'm gonna still go. Can we go to the third paragraph? He hit the third paragraph right there, man. And so saying all that, thank you, JP. So our troubles, we think, are basically of our own making. So that's what you're saying. We made our own troubles, man. So they arise out of ourselves. And the alcoholic is an extreme example of self-will run riot. Somebody explain that? Self-will run riot?
doing what I
We'll
want.
run and do
I'll
what
run
we
down
got.
possible.
Bro, run till the wheels fall off.
We'll run that mode down.
Yeah, yeah. Until through the unusual, though he unusually doesn't think so. Above everything else, we alcoholics must be rid of this selfishness. So how are we going to get rid of selfishness? Exactly. You see, you read this, you're cheating though. Because it says right here, there often seems the only way entirely to get rid of self without his aid. You can't get rid of it without who? God. Okay, many of us had moral and philosophical convictions galore, but we could not live up to them even though we would have liked to. Neither could we reduce our self-centeredness much by wishing or trying on our own power. We had to have God's help. Anybody want? We're gonna go down the room. Go for it. I'm gonna leave this right here, man. Look, I went down here to.
My name's Jonathan. They call me Lucky.
Jonathan.
I got a clean date of 7/27/2025. And as far as being an alcoholic or an addict, I noticed I'm not on, just because I'm not on drugs and everything, but I'm still got a lot of selfishness. So right now I'm being real selfish because I care about me and my feelings and if in my relationship or things like that, if I'm not spoke to a way that I'm trying to be hearing it or or not taking things in the way that I want to hear it or because I want to feel a certain way, I'm being selfish because I'm not being considerate of other people and their feelings and how they're feeling. So right now, me currently, why I relate to this is it's just something that I want to work on because it says in here, I don't know specifically where it says it, but it says something about in being selfish like that, we put ourselves in a position where we allow other people to hurt us or because you put yourself in a position to be hurt and so I just really got to pay more attention to this lesson right here because in my current situation I'm just working on more and trying to be more considerate of other people instead of just being selfish all the time, worry about me and my feelings. I want to care more about other people's feelings instead of mine all the time. And maybe that'll help me. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got Christian. All right. Next man.
We're gonna wait for you guys down here.
Next man.
We're going down.
Get up there, Sincere.
Let me get up there.
Get up there, baby.
All right, my name's Sincere. I'm an addict. I've been sober all day today. It has little to do with me, a lot to do with the Lord.
Amen.
I'm not really an alcoholic, so I'm just gonna let y'all know how my day's been. My day's been all good today. That's all I got.
Thank you, Sincere. You're not very sincere. See, it's that simple. It's that simple. Next man.
You gotta have knowledge of nothing.
Willie. Gotta be Willie.
That's right, just be willing. Big sometimes.
Everyone say here is silence.
Dorman, Zach, go for it.
There you go. Get up there,
Call
dog.
you out.
Yeah, they're quick.
Selfish.
So here comes Craig. Give us some knowledge, Craig.
Hey, Craig, and I'm an alcoholic.
What's up, Craig?
6/18/25 on proof of record. God has all authority. But before it was self-centeredness. I was self-seeking and only one of the desires that I wanted. If I burned a bridge, oh well. I didn't care. Matter of fact, I wasn't even, if you had to think about me, it wasn't a mind to me because it didn't matter if you was thinking about me or not. I'm going to still do what I want to do. I'm going to still do what Craig wants to do. If Craig going to go out there and get drunk and I put in my own self-pity, then fine. I cry. I cry alone, and I'm not afraid to show it. You know what I mean? I put a lot of troubles in my life, and I kept putting troubles in my life, and I kept putting troubles in my life, and I said, you know what? I've been through these programs. I read a book. I've got it all down. I got the knowledge. I'm in this book, but I'm not gathering anything that's from this book. I'm reading it, but I can't understand it. So why go follow through anything from this book? I don't. I sit there and I pray to God, and He don't hear my prayers, so I'm gonna go get drunk again. I'm gonna go hurt this person's feelings, or I'm gonna drink some more so you can die. You know, it's like that old saying, I'm gonna jump off the bridge to, you know, or other phase is I'm stuck in a hole where I'm keep on, and I got the shovel, and God's giving me the shovel, and I'm digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm putting myself in this hole that I'm looking up, and I see the other way, but it's like, man, it's like, you know what? Let me take another drink. Maybe I can climb out then. You know, I've been in and out of institutions and jail since I was 12 years old because it was that drinking. This last time God said, you know what? Now I'm gonna give you 10 years in prison. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you 5 years to hang yourself. I'm gonna give you enough rope, give you enough lines to hang yourself. Because I was stuck in my self-centeredness. I was stuck in my own will. It wasn't God's will. I wasn't doing God's will, because if I was doing the program, I would never be back again. But through the grace of God that I am back. You know what I mean? He's giving me another shot. So I have to look and I have to choose God's will so I can be able to do my will through God. You know what I mean? Thy will through God, do my will through God. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. You guys like to be here before, man. Been to the program before. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Robert. I'm an addict.
Robert.
I don't remember my clean day. I guess my self-centeredness was from my family. I didn't care about what they thought about me or what I was going through, you know, and that was real selfish of me. I've been in and out of prison since I was young. Mom and dad in and out of prison. They're ex-gang members, so I grew up in life that was just, you know, my way or the highway, you know what I mean? Or I really didn't have nobody to look after me, so I just got so used to stuck in my ways and doing my own thing that I didn't care about anybody else's feelings. And then when my family got out and got clean, I was so lost in my addiction that I didn't care about what they thought or what they believed in, and that was real selfish of me. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, brother.
Look this home, look at Lord, but God is so. Knowledge out there, Sean.
Everybody, my name is Sean. I'm a recovering addict. And on the topic of selfishness, man, I've been a pretty crummy dude for predominantly the entire existence of my life, man. And see, that's the power and the beauty behind the grace of God. Seek the light in the kingdom of heaven at whatever cost, man, because this is coming from a guy that has been referred to as a career criminal, drug addict. I got 9 felonies and 63 misdemeanors, and I'm here to tell you, bro, all I want to do is propagate the good message of the God, our Heavenly Father, man. I used to feel so hollow and empty inside, but here I feel a joy and hopefully inspiring hope, man. I wake up every day. Sometimes I don't want to because, you know, busting my ass, working out really hard, or just having to deal with forced interactions. But it's good, though, man. This community is a beautiful thing, bro. There's a lot of people going through hard times, whether it's because you want to do better or you're here because you don't have anything else, bro. Man, apply yourself, man. Apply yourself. This thing can take you to beautiful places in life, and I'm just now experiencing that myself. Some days I wake up and I hate this place. And that's just the genuine truth, bro. I'm like, bro, man, I don't want to deal with nobody today. But at the end of the day, when I go to sleep and I'm sharing testimony, and hopefully I reach out to somebody and they hear the good and the joy and the raw truth, bro. Like, I love all y'all. I don't even know y'all. I love every last one of you. Maybe a bit of that is just because that's the message of the scripture, you know. Matthew says, love your friends, family, and enemies. And that's oftentimes a really hard thing to do. Man, it's really hard. But I mean, reflecting on my life for what it was, based off a foundation of anarchy and chaos, literally I aspired to be just a professional weapon trafficker, a pimp, a drug dealer, just a piece of shit. I literally used to say with my homeboy Cameron Perez, hey man, how are we gonna fuck this chick's life up today? Made a game out of just being pieces of crap, bro. But what good has that ever done me? When you look at that, I've sat in a box, a G5 6x8 cell for the last 4 years of my life, sitting in ICU 3 separate times for gang violence and just sheer idiocracy. It's done no good. But here I am, 4 years later. I'm reconciling a lot of broken bridges. I got a little bit of trust from my family. I'm getting phone calls from my daughter, 6 years old, FaceTiming, just getting so much support and love. Like, where like, just, I mean, not too long ago, I was disowned, man. I'm here developing a deeper kinship with my mother. Never knew her. Shit, first time I met my mom was in a trap house at 22 years old. Never knew her. Then I get here, I'm like, what the hell is this fake? Is this real? Like, is God really like something you're pursuing? And it looks genuine. It's all glory, man. It's glory to our Heavenly Father, bro. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking, but lean into not our own understanding, but our Lord's will, man. And I'm just saying there's salvation in that. I cry sometimes, tears of happiness. Sometimes I'm shook on what I don't know. But I'm here to tell you, it looks like God had bigger things than planned for me, because while I was sitting back home in my hometown, struggling to barely get by, had homies just dropping off 4 pounds of marijuana for the cost of nothing, but just, hey man, we care about you. Don't worry about paying us shit. Just do this, you know? I don't want none of that, bro. All that would have led me to was another box, more years taken away from me and my daughter. Shit I don't really want, bro. You know, maybe 10 years ago, or even less than that, I would have loved the idea of that. That lets me know that spiritual warfare is real, because the more good you do, the more you're going to get attacked by enemy. But you got to stay sure-footed in your faith and don't waver in it, man. Because, man, bro, life is beautiful. And I'm here to share that hopefully with all y'all that are serious. I mean, if you're half-stepping, I'm doing good. Hopefully I can spread the seeds of faith. It'll carry you a little bit longer. If not, hey man, I'm just gonna let you know, bro. You live by the sword, you die by the sword, and pride is the deadliest sin of them all. So I pray that you find the Lord. I really do. Don't give up. Keep pushing, man. Thank you, Lord.
So, my name's Leighton. I've been sober around 4 months. I'm just gotta go and get my shit today. I don't know my shit today. Somewhere around there. So I've had like the best, coolest time that I've ever had in my life since I've been here. Going around to food pantries, going to work with people that I've seen that really appreciate it. Doing stuff for free, man, and it's not about the money for me. It's about getting out there and helping somebody, you know what I mean? And I've had the best times I've ever actually had. I think it's crazy, but the amount of joy I get from that is I don't really know how to explain it. It's a really good feeling. But, other than that, man, like, and it's crazy because I landed a job. Super excited to go out there. And then I felt like I was like unappreciated work. I felt like it had no substance to it, and it wasn't really like worth my time if I'm going to be like in a bad mood, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to look for something different, and hopefully something will work out for me. But other than that, that's all I got. I'm coming. Not sure after him.
Dan, I'm an addict. I'm not really selfish. I wore this shirt for all you guys today.
I'm trying to read it. What's it say?
It says Hard Times In. It's got a picture of that guy's cell that he was just talking about right there. 3 hots and a cot. If you guys want to go back out there and use, man, they got a place for you.
Where did you get that?
All of you. But now I wasn't even selfish in my addiction. Like if you were a cute homeless chick, I was getting you high. Like I mean, I didn't always think about myself. I really think, I mean, kind of selfish in a way, but not to this topic, I guess. But I put it all behind me. I'm trying to do the best I can today. But I know earlier today I got a little angry. I got stung by a hornet today. It kind of makes me, my tongue's pulled up a little bit, and I start stuttering a little bit today. So I think I'm allergic to hornets, and that really made my day miserable. But other than that, no, everything's going good. I'm just trying to stay positive. And I got to put more faith in God. That's one thing I'm lacking right now. If I can do that, I think everything will be more successful for me. So I'm just trying to stay positive. I know seeing people relapse here has been an issue. It's like I see what happens and I see the guilt written all over them, and I don't want to go through that again. You know? I don't want my parents down. I don't want that, none of it. I'm trying to do it one day at a time right now. And just keep strong, man. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Just remember,
We have some cut.
you have some God.
Thanks, man.
You know what? I'm alcoholic and addict. Man, my whole life I've been selfish, man. I ain't had no one. I'm an addict and alcoholic. Sober date, August 19, 2025.
Hello.
I've been selfish my whole life, man. I ain't had nobody my whole life and to even care about anybody else, man. And then the moment I started having people in my life, I was so used to being selfish. I just kept being selfish, man. I was selling stuff to people and then going right back and stealing it and selling it to the next person and stealing it from them. And just, every time somebody tried to help me out, I was shitting on it, man. Like, I got criminal trespass in the police station, the guidance center, the Salvation Army, the homeless petition, like, and nobody would help me out, man. And it took a divine intervention. He tried to take my own life for me to get some snap, man. And just the other day, I'm not perfect, man. This other day, I had a craving, man. I wanted to relapse, man, but I went and found somebody to talk to, man. And I'm so used to people looking down upon me and laughing at me, man, or I never took the time to actually talk to people there, man. And I come here, man. I'm used to people that care. Like, I love you guys. Like, I just, for once in my life, I have hope, man. And I don't ever want to be selfish again, man. I'm actually learning. I got a lot of immaturity in me, man. I'm learning by watching everybody else around me for once. And this place helps, man. It really does, man. I used to laugh at these places, rehabs, God. Like, I started a satanic code at 13. It's branched off from the 5, and I'm not proud of it. It used to be the thing I brag about all the time, man. And I feel crappy, man. I sway people's face, man. And now I want to change that back and get my stuff right and be that light, maybe. And literally, the first 24 hours I was sober, that made me the only person on both sides of my family sober. Still to this day, the youngest one, 8 years old, smoking weed, man. Like, I'm getting my stuff together, and I wouldn't be without y'all guys. This place, man, me even having that hope to work for this place. And yeah, just want to say that's all.
Gary.
I'm tearing up my head, man. Man, I ain't gonna lie, my whole life I've been selfish. You know, I was the type of person, shit. You wasn't trying. I wasn't trying to hear what you were talking about. You wasn't talking about nothing, man. You bump it all down or whatever, move around or, you know. But you know, now, you know, I done had a lot of bumps in my life. You know,
and people are retaliate against me, So, but it usually made a part to me to where it made me even hard. It made me, I feel like, yeah, I've been through this, been through that, yeah, I'm hard. And, going in out of penitentiary, when I'm in penitentiary, I want to be one of the hardest fighters. And all that was like really childish, once I got older, because it ain't really all about that. It's really about God, and walking with Him because, I was raised like that, and my whole entire life, my family been praying about me. I went to church, house was church, but it's just the reality of just everything. When you look at it in the past, you be like, damn, I was fucking up tough, I've been in prison like 10 times, and it ain't what it is, I'm tired of going through all that, So even when I came here, I want to shine, do all this and do all that, and then when I get on drugs, I think everybody tripping with me, so I get to tripping, you know, so I just humble myself for the Lord, and for my fellas around me, and I'm make it right this time, it's all that.
Thank you, you ain't trying to get no free haircuts. Come on, dog. Jay, get up there, Jay. Remember, one little alcoholic, man. Come on, dog. I guess you could say that I always thought that I was an alcoholic and an addict. Every time I drank and shit, I said I didn't have a problem. Waking up in the morning and having the shakes and wanting the beer, felt like I needed it before I went to work just to have a good day. I don't know, just just led me to disappointing my son all the damn time, and seeing him wanting to cry and shit. And I kept on trying to tell myself that I didn't have a problem. Every time I see his face, like wanting to cry and think about coming to this place like this. I don't know what to really say because I'm not really a public speaker. I don't really like to talk much. That's all I gotta say. Thank you, Rondo. Lonzo.
You got saved. You got saved. Come on, Lonzo.
Lonzo, an addict.
Yeah, Lonzo.
It's been a year in being an addict. I started using drugs till I was 48. I took it all with. Now I'm sober.
All right, yeah.
Pick somebody.
Rob.
Hey, Rob.
As far as selfishness, like all I know is I can't have to show up for everybody else. And should be surprised when nobody shows up for me. It gets lonely out there. I think the biggest thing that helped me with selfishness is having a heart. And actually knowing what unconditional love is. And actually feeling it. So that can translate to everybody in my life. Have that right mindset. So that's really, kind of the goal is to, you have to look at every single person, you love it. I guess that sounds funny. It's a better way to live. 'Cause I've spent like months of my life, without a single friend, without a single person that I can talk to. That shit gets fucking dark really quick. So I appreciate having people that care about me, and I try to express that express that back to people. That's all.
Thank you, bro. Hey, John, you want him? I'm John, I'm not Cody. Hey, John.
Hi, John.
Yeah, he's always selfish. Still working on that. This place does. I don't know what to say. The acceptance of all y'all guys, that's awesome. Trying to do this by myself, that was crazy, and it was going nowhere. So I thank all y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Jay, you done with it.
My name's Joshua. I'm an
Hey,
addict.
What up, Joshua?
Selfishness. I mean, I grew up in a gang life, drug dealers. And to me, before I came here, I thought that was the way of life. I mean, running out there and zip tying people, robbing them for what they got. I mean, and then things come to happen to you, and like they were saying earlier, you think it's wrong. But now I can see that how my selfishness hurts other people, and it makes me want to not be so selfish. Like I see these rooms, even though I don't speak that much, I see these people and I take a lot from the stories that they say, and it helps me out a lot. That's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name's Bradley. I'm not an auditor.
Bradley.
If we're in an NA meeting, I'm at it. But anyways, yeah, like you're not wrong, right? It said love and tolerance is our code. The book telling me that love and tolerance is our code. I don't have to like you, I just have to love you and tolerate you. When I do things and look at life like that, it's a lot easier. I mean, beautiful place about this, there ain't no armed guards or bars. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much you got your own free will to do whatever, whenever you want. You know what I mean? Nobody's holding any of us hostage. Selfish, I used to, man, I wasn't selfish. I thought like that too. Have somebody do, I get, you know. If I really think about it, I was really just a scared little, selfish little boy. I mean, so, and thought I knew what the hell I was doing. But I knew what I wanted. But I don't know, man. All I know is sometimes life sucks, but it sucks better sober. Selfishness, man. Like, how many nights did somebody, family member, friend, somebody stayed up worried about it? Somebody was worried about it. I didn't answer the phone. I didn't show up. Blah, 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 blah. So, like, that's another way my selfishness appears. I really don't think I'm hurting nobody but myself, but I'm not thinking about how many nights my mom or my granny or they just stayed up worrying about me. You know, my granny used to tell me, "Dang, you're gonna make my blood pressure right," and I get it today. You know, so that's human nature, selfishness to our core. When we work the steps, we get in conscious contact with a higher power. And then now, as we get further in the steps, we're turning that selfishness turns into service. You know what I mean? In a sense, we still have to be I still have to be selfish and make sure I do what I need to do as far as like my program, my meetings. I have to be selfish in that way. You know, I'm gonna have to miss some things because I have to show up for my recovery. But that's being selfish for the proper way. So later on down the line, I can be of service. That's the whole point. Get sober, stay sober, help somebody else get sober, stay sober. That's how this whole thing works. So that's why we must get rid of selfishness. Because this thing only works when one's selfish. As I know this is serious, sometimes it sucks. A lot of times it sucks. But it beats the alternative, right? Yeah, I know this is where my high power wants me. Well, anybody else? What you got, Mark?
I was telling myself earlier, like, man, I'm not selfish. All I'm doing is driving everybody around these places. I'm the least selfish. Now people get selfish about work. I'm tired of having busting in this truck. I am being selfish. I'm complaining about this. I'm not doing anything for God's will. I'm selfish. I'm doing for me, thinking about the week, like doing for God. What He wants to do. I gotta change that. Even out of my addiction, I'm still myself. That's all I got. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, for me, just because I got clean don't mean life got easy. It's just I was clean. Shit still happens. But I don't have to drink. This thing's really important, y'all, to share because that's how this thing works. It's by sharing people. Somebody may need to hear what you gotta say.
My name's Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
I'm 43025. I'm just kind of go off topic a little bit. Just kind of going through a lot of my family issues right now. I have an aunt. I can't. I'm trying to look on the bridge, and hopefully everything works out. Praying that it's nothing serious. And my grandma had dementia, and she's declining pretty bad. It's been pretty hard to talk to my aunt also because she's having to take care of my grandma right now. That's how she felt and how she crashed her spine also. So it's kind of like a mess. And that's kind of messing with me a little bit just because I'm here and if I'm not able to really help them out. That's pretty much the only family I have left. And I kind of feel like I'm letting them down a little bit. That's in a way I do have to be focused on my part, because it's like I have to focus on the recovery afterwards, for myself, because I can't help anybody else. I'm not taking care of myself first, It just kind of bothered me though. That's my aunt's always been there for me, so she's been there. After my mom passed, she's all my sisters. But I feel like I kind of owe it to my mom to kind of help out, but in a way, it's like, I can't really help them out unless they're living up from them out of here. And I have a way to get there, I have a way to travel with him, I have a way to, it's like live closer, and I have a need to live closer. And I don't have anything right now either. I feel like kind of guilty. And I'm not, that's one boss.
I get it.
How I want to.
Pray about it. Talk to your sponsor.
I have two trips.
I'll be keeping you in your family in prayer too, bro. You gonna do the chips?
It's time.
Faded.
Favorite alcoholic addict. Unfortunately, I don't know the rules. I might be, I mean, not might be, but I am slacking. But I haven't done this all the time. I mean, I'm new to this, thank God. But I mean, I'll get it. I'll get it. Today's actually my 30 days, and it's not in jail. I just thank all of y'all and thank my family for preparing for me because I know they are. And if they weren't, I'd have been gone a long time ago. And that's with all due respect. But, that's it.
Thanks, David.
Y'all, I'm JP in recovery, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict. I have a sober date 3/17/25. I'm feeling really grateful today, and I just wanted to touch on that really quick. Gratitude, as opposed to being selfish, there's little things that sometimes I overlook if I'm having a bad day or even a bad minute. You know, all of those things pass. You know, if you're in a bad mood, if you're angry, feeling fearful, we all have worries outside of here. Some of us have families, we have kids, significant others or not, legal stuff. No matter what happened to get us here, we're here. Sometimes we get food on the weekends, barbecues. We get rides to work. Stuff that we all need to do gets taken care of. We need to live by certain rules here. Some of us don't like it. Some of us complain about it. If not out loud, we think about it. But how much worse would it be if we weren't getting some kind of like structure underneath our belt? And all it takes, you know, it's a big ask to be grateful 24 hours a day, and you know, but to pray morning or at night, if you just give it even a minute of your time to stop yourself, whatever it is that you're thinking or feeling, and say, I am really grateful today that I don't have to be out, I don't have to be in prison, I don't have to be in a cell. I have a safe bed to sleep in. You got a lot of people here that are going through their all selfish things that we all kind of share as addicts, as alcoholics. At the end of the day, though, I'm grateful to everyone here because throughout the day, we stop and we stop each other just to even say hello. Mike mentioned it. Mike drives us anytime that we need something. I'm not trying to invite, more hassle, but it's not just outside stuff like that. Although it's really important, The selfish part comes in when we start to take advantage of it, And if we feel grateful for the stuff, if they're giving us a right to work, right? That gratitude should stay the same. It shouldn't change into, well, I don't want to go to work and work sucks and this and that, or the drive was bad, or Howard this driving the van, or I got beef from Howard. Like, we don't like to be criticized. And that's the whole thing to meditate on and to pray for a little bit of guidance, is to be grateful without any conditions. If you're honest about it, gratitude should just be gratitude. And we should be thankful for being able to have gratitude, because that's going to help us in the end. And that minute will turn into 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and so on and so on. And then we start to see how life, 24 hours a day, if we take it 24 hours a day, leads to gratitude. And that leads to us being a lot less stressed out about our life. We're able to forgive and then help them. That's all I got.
Thank you, Shane.
Good job,
My name is Bradley. I'm an alcoholic. It's sober all day today. That has a lot to do with God and a little to do with Bradley. Here at the Hopper House Friday night AA meeting, we pass out these colorful tokens for various links of sobriety. What is that? They had a paper up here.
Last time I thought the books I passed out were first piece. I put mine in there as a marker, but I lost the books out on my chip. So I really need a lot to do with my chip.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Okay, we got this white chip. It's a desire chip. Anybody here for the first meeting? It won't keep you sober, but it'll give you something to hold on to.
Now give it those.
It's been a while. The reason I want to get this is I don't like to take advantage of it, but I have talk about gratitude. That first night that I came to my first meeting here, I was just glad to be here. You know, way better than what was waiting for me back outside. And every once in a while, I need to remind myself of where I was, so I can have even more gratitude. You know.
Nova, an alcoholic. I got my chip. But well, as I said, I have one already given to me. I lost in the bookmark, but I wanted it to hold on to every day to remind me what my goal is. You know, so I don't forget that, because I don't have really much reminders of my life period. But this right here is like one of the biggest things I could hold on to keep me a reminder of who I am.
Thank you, brother. 30 days, 1 month. You're learning to trade hangovers for hope. 1 month, red. So that's your name and how you did it.
Favorite alcoholic addict. And I'm saying drop it down. I don't know, just sticking to it, I guess, and find a good fight. Close person of mine says, God hates the sin, loves the sinner. I mean,
Glad you're here, brother.
you know, think out.
Keep coming back. Everybody else, 30 days. 30 days. 2 months, 60 days. 2 months. Your liver is writing thank you notes. 3 months, 90 days. 3 months is when the fog starts to lift. Then we got four months. We got 4 months. You're young, you're in the right place.
I'm gonna just keep going no matter what.
Right on, got you here, brother. Keep coming back. 4 months. Anybody has 4 months? 5 months. 6 months. Blue skies ahead, not blue lights behind. 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Somebody got 7 and 8. 9 months. You're sober longer than most diets last. 9 months. Your higher power is clearly on duty. 1 year. 1 year chip. Anybody need a 1 year chip? 1 year here without alcohol, you're a miracle with legs. Years or most above will go on the board and we'll celebrate the third Friday of the month. Thank you. Oh, wait, we gotta say the Serenity Prayer. Not the Serenity Prayer, the promises. Get it right here in a second.
Yeah, I'm Joe, I'm alcoholic.
Hey, Joe.
Promises. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of usefulness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in self-esteem and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. All these things extravagant promises, they are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Say, excuse me one moment. Is there anybody in here that would like to volunteer to go to the car wash tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining us for our Friday night AA. I'm glad y'all can be a part of it. Remember, y'all can come out any night of the week between 7 and 8 if y'all want to be a part of our AA groups, as well as our Bible studies on Wednesday during that same time. We also have church on Sunday mornings at 8:30. So I will see y'all for the next stream. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.